started researching the cultivation of palm oil. What they were doing to the animals of the rainforest was so alarming and so disturbing that I actually erased the images from my mind. $200,000 acres of rainforest is burned down every day. 78 million acres a year.
With the shifting of the winds, you could be caught in the middle and then surrounded by the fire. There is no escape. There are orangutans that are burned alive, and that's the truth. So I've seen that. So.
The palm oil crisis is just an unknown to most Americans. The most important thing we can do about palm oil right now is make people aware of it.
Every product in Europe that has sustainable palm oil in it has the RSPO label. It is not required here in the U.S.
Companies are allowed to hide palm oil in their products.
We need to urge our government to make these companies more accountable.
We are losing 157 plants, animals, insects every day. Every year, 50,000 species vanish from the earth.
You know, I'm so surprised that so many products contain palm oil. So the fact that it's involved in so much production and so much manufacturing really, to me, was an eye-opener.
Every hour, there are over 7 rugby-size fields being cleared. Most destructively, they're often burned down. You're obliterating not only all the forest, you're releasing all of this ash and toxic fumes into the air, and the people do it because it's easier. It really is. It takes less labor. You set a fire, but again, that is more destructive than even clearing it with a machete or something. It's an irresponsible practice.
The palm oil plantations target third world nations and people who have nothing. They could sell their land because it's more money than they've ever seen. So all of a sudden, palm oil has been appearing in everything because it's just a little bit cheaper.
The difference between products with palm oil or without palm oil is a few cents on the dollar.
Really, it's so expensive when you consider what the real cost is.
Can I have a hug? No, can you hug me? Give me a hug. Give me a hug. That's very nice. Let me see your teeth. Up here. Oh, very pretty.
I found the intelligence of orangutans fascinating. How they can use sign language or use an iPad even. Orangutans are worth saving. I'm hoping that this film will make the public aware of our need to do that.
The reason why it's important to protect these animals is simply because they exist, and I think that that's reason enough.
Well, I've been lucky enough to really get to know orangutans on a really personal level. I work right now with 6 orangutans at Jungle Island in Miami. I want everyone to understand that these creatures are so intelligent. Everybody has a different personality, just like we do. And they have different likes and dislikes. And each one of them is just so special in their very own way.
The intelligence of an orangutan is probably something that is difficult for us to measure when you compare it to a human. We think that probably about 10 to 12 years old is kind of like the max intelligence level.
Can you show me some love? There you go. Give me a smile.
Close.
You're close. Nice smile.
Their emotional intelligence, which is the connection part and what they feel and how they process their world, is eerily similar to a human.
So like this. I love you. Oh, look at that. You're gorgeous. Oh no. All right, there you go. She does. There you go. Hi. Hello. You love?
She's like, you're getting the one arm.
Orangutans have shown me every single emotion from love to jealousy to anger, resentment, fear. They definitely show compassion, and one of the most telling moments for me was when we had Millie, the little young orangutan with cerebral palsy. Millie had to learn how to walk. Millie had to learn how to feed herself. She couldn't bring food to her mouth. And as we were working with her, because her hands were clenched shut like this, like a human child with CP, we would do therapy with her every day, and her sister Hannah would actually hold her hands and would walk backwards and mimic what we were doing. So it shows that she was actually teaching her little sister how to walk.
Open your mouth.
Very good.
We better do something now because time is running out.
Very nice.
I'm really concerned about the deforestation caused by the palm oil industry.
I'm a member of the Osceola family from the Seminole tribe of Florida. I'm Native American, and I believe that everything in nature has a purpose. This has been a life-changing experience for me.
Ask her, what is this? What is this? Food.
I can avoid using products that destroy our planet.
Unfortunately for the American public, even when they want to make good choices and their heart is in the right place, it's hard to even identify if you're making the right choice because you can't tell by the labeling. So what has to happen is you've got to get to the government, the FDA and the USDA, and the people who regulate this industry, and you've got to convince them to give us the information so we can make the choice. Because people do make good choices when they know what they're doing and what they're buying. But if they don't know, it takes the realm of choice out of the equation.
The way I'm responding to what I found out about palm oil is simple. I don't use it. Not only do I not use it, but I tell all my other chef buddies not to use it. Here's the deal. As a chef, I control more food than people eat than anybody else. Look, you might eat something at home, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You might cook for your family, so you might make 6, maybe 7 meals a day. I make 700 meals a day. So for me and all my chef friends, if we change one ingredient, if we do one thing different than anybody else will do, the extrapolation of the numbers is going to be worldwide. When I found out how much saturated fat was in palm oil in comparison to, say, olive or canola oil, I was amazed. It doesn't make any sense that you'd want to ingest all that saturated fat into your body when you have other options. There's a plethora of other oils out there that taste better and are better for you.
Once you are aware that there is a problem, and you are now informed about what has to be done, you're actually part of the problem by choosing to ignore it. And that is what perpetuates everything in society that is screwed up about us, about the world, about the environment. It's not the people who do it, it's the millions of us that just choose to look away.
If you use our shopping list, it'll help stop the carnage and save the orangutan.
We keep killing everything. Eventually, we'll have nothing left to kill but ourselves.
By being conscious of what I buy, I can avoid using products that destroy our planet.
We can choose to change our habits because the orangutans are at our mercy. I'm making a change. Will you?
Some things are worth doing, and this is one of them. I'm making a change. Will you?
I'm hoping that this documentary will make people aware of the crisis in the rainforest. I'm making the change. Will you?
I think orangutans are worth saving. I'm making a change. Will you?
We only have one planet, and once it's destroyed forever. I'm making a change. Will you?
I urge you, please make a conscious effort and help us in the fight to save the orangutan.